The Mischievous Monkey and the Watermelon Wipeout. Once upon a time, there was a silly little monkey named Marvin who loved to play pranks on his friends in the jungle. One day, Marvin decided to play a prank on his best friend, a big and serious gorilla named George. Marvin climbed up a tree and grabbed a handful of juicy bananas, then tied a string to the bunch and lowered it down to George, who was sitting on the ground below. As soon as George reached out to grab the bananas, Marvin pulled the string back up, causing the bananas to fly out of George's reach. George growled in frustration and tried again, but Marvin kept pulling the bananas just out of reach. Finally, George had had enough and decided to teach Marvin a lesson. He pretended to give up on the bananas and started to walk away, but secretly he had a plan. He picked up a big, ripe watermelon and carried it back to the tree where Marvin was hiding. When Marvin peeked out from behind the leaves, George threw the watermelon straight at him. Marvin tried to dodge it, but he was too slow and ended up getting covered in sticky, gooey watermelon juice. George couldn't help but laugh at the sight of Marvin, who looked like a bright pink monkey covered in fruit juice. Marvin realized he had been outsmarted and laughed too, admitting that he deserved it for playing so many pranks on his friends. From that day on, Marvin and George continued to play together and have fun, but Marvin learned to think twice before playing pranks on his friends. And every time he saw a watermelon, he couldn't help but chuckle and